Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another tier list. This will be number 2. Last time we did a bunch of new metal albums, and this time we're going to do a bunch of new metal bands. And I'm going to rank them as I did last time, and this time it's going to be based on an entire discography as far as I'm familiar with it. And I'll just see where we end up with all this stuff. So you know how these things work. So we'll just jump right into it. And first, right off the bat, we got Adema. So let's take a look here. Adema. So the Chavez stuff is good, not great. Planets, not a favorite. It has a few really good songs. Shoot the Arrow is really good. But the Adema album with Bobby Reeves, Killed Headlights, I love that album unconditionally. It is excellent. So, I think for right now, I'm going to put them in good. Maybe I'll move them, but for right now, good seems fine to me. Alien Ant Farm. Start good right off the bat here. I think Alien Ant Farm has a few really good songs. I think overall, I'm not the biggest fan, and I don't really think they're very new metal. Like Courage and Wish, definitely. A little bit of movies, sure. And the Michael Jackson cover of Smooth Criminal, I like. It's not new metal, but I like. Oh my God, what is it called? The single from the second album, These Days. That one's really good. But overall, when I hear Alien Ant Farm, I'm just kind of underwhelmed. Right now, I'm not going to put them in block because they don't belong there. There we go. So we got 2 down. Clawfinger. If you'd asked me this 10 years ago, Clawfinger would be bottom of the poll for sure. Hated Clawfinger for years. Didn't get it. Turns out I was wrong. They are actually very good. So, Clawfinger. I think for right now, a safe spot is the Adema ranking. And, do I like... I think I'm going to keep him behind Adema, just as far as my preference goes. Because I do like Adema just a tad more. And it would help if I've heard more Clawfinger, but I'm only familiar with like 2.5 albums. But the stuff that I've heard from those 2 albums is good. So, Coal Chamber. So, Coal Chamber was another band that it took me a little while to really get into them, especially seeing as the first album was the first stuff I heard. And that's probably my least favorite album of theirs. It's good, not great. It's got that raw Korn, Deftones, new metal style from their first albums. Very clicky, very stupid lyrics. Not that ever really changed. But I think with chamber music and with Dark Days, they improved greatly and like got a fuller sound instead of just the raw, clicky clacky, tuned down to A new metal. And I think they got better for it. And the comeback album Rivals is good as well. So Coal Chamber. I think for right now, great. I'm not ready to put him in excellent yet, but great feels good for Coal Chamber. Cold. So if this was 2001, Cold would be in the top tier. But unfortunately, I've heard the Cold albums after 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage. So, now the thing is, if it was just Year of the Spider included in that, like just 3, they wouldn't fall that far. I'd probably still put them in great. But then they did Different Kind of Pain. Then they did, what's it called? Superfiction? And then they did Things We Don't Stop, Things We Can't Stop. Oof. A lot of missteps there. There also were rather boring live a few times I saw them. So Cold, I think based off of how much I love the first two albums. But I gotta counterbalance it. I'm gonna keep them in good. They're not going in eh, but ahead of Clawfinger. I'm thinking right there because really I would rather listen to Kill the Headlights than either of the first two Cold albums at this point, just because they wore me out with the later stuff. So there we go. Edema, Cold, Clawfinger in that run. Alright. Crazy Town. God, I wish they didn't do Brimstone Sluggers. So it's eh. It has a couple of songs on it that are good, but God, Dark Horse was so good, and the Gift Game's fun. I think I'm gonna. You crucify me for this later. I'm gonna put him in great behind Coal Chamber because I like Crazy Town more than Edema, and Edema for me right now is like top of good. Like they're the gatekeepers for that for right now. So I'm gonna keep them there just for right now. Also, I like that how most of these are just a white or a black font on a white background. It makes it a lot easier. All right, Crossfade. I think they have more than one album. I know they do. I've only ever heard the album with Cold on it. And the thing is, that album is really good. I don't know. Well, I guess I would call them new metal. There are songs on that album that go a little harder. Crossfade. I'm thinking good. Bottom of good. I think I'm going to put him behind Clawfinger. That seems fair. Because I think Clawfinger's better. But Crossfade's still better than Alien Ant Farm, so Alien Ant Farm stays down there by themselves. But you won't be alone for long, I know that. I see some names on this list. Deftones. Once again, God, I'm a little torn. If this was Deftones right after White Pony, excellent, no question. But, I had the self-titled album, and I don't like that album. Saturday Night Wrist is okay. Diamond Eyes is good. Oh my god, I can't say that name. Koi no Yakin? That one's good. Gore's eh. Wait, did they have they have another album, right? I don't remember. I bet they do, but like post White Pony, Deftones kind of became a little bit of a blur here and there, especially like because I did like Diamond Eyes a lot, and then the one after it was good, but Gore, and if they have another one, they just kind of it's mush in my brain. I think they still belong in excellent though. Like I think I'm gonna put Deftones up here. But at the same time, if I put him up there, I kind of feel Coal Chamber belongs up there too. Yeah, let's move Coal Chamber. And Crazy Town can be alone and great for right now. So Deftones and Coal Chamber at the top. That feels right. Plus they are like the elder statesmen of the genre, despite their like not wanting to be part of it. All right, so that's 1, 2. We got 8 down. Duran Gray. Oh boy. All right, so Ryan can relax. I'm not gonna put him in blah, I promise. But I'm gonna put him with Alien Ant Farm before him. I think if it really boiled down to it, I would rather dig into Duran Gray's music and try out more albums of them than Alien Ant Farm. I think they would have more up my alley than I would appreciate. So I'm gonna go there for now. Alright, so yeah, I feel okay with that. Disturbed. I'm not gonna shit on Disturbed. Like a lot of people do, and it's kind of just become the cool thing to do. But I'm not gonna crap on them. They're gonna go in good. Um, where though? Let's put them. Just dropping them there for now. I'm thinking, or I could just wait till the end and reorganize this. But I think just right off the top of my head, I'm gonna put them in front of Crossfade, but behind Clawfinger. And then we're gonna come back to this at the end anyways and reorganize everything. So, but yeah, okay. So dope. Another situation where if they had stopped a little earlier, maybe I'd have them a little higher. Like that first dope album is untouchable to me. I love that album. Shitty Ministry rip off my ass. Dope. Get up. I think with Crazy Town. Dope in front of Crazy Town. Would you move? There we go. Alright, so Dope in front of Crazy Town. Keep them in great. Drowning Pool. Not a big fan, but I don't hate them. They have a few songs that are really good. They're a band where it's a rare situation where I actually tend to like most of their singles, but the rest of the stuff just doesn't tend to do it that much for me. So let's put Drowning Pool with Duran Gray and Alien Ant Farm. Let's put them at the top of or now let's put them above Alien Ant Farm. That seems good to me. I need to stop right clicking. Alright, so there. Finally some crap ones. Immure. I don't like Immure. You go and blah. How about that? Take that. I barely even think it's new metal, but I don't like them. I don't like their sound. Attila does that sound way better. Evanescence, or another situation where if I could just count one album, they would be higher. Because I think Fallen is very good. But then the self-titled one and Open Door, and those are the only ones I've heard. I haven't heard anything newer. But they're both so middle of good somewhere, I think. Let's put them above Disturbed, but below Clawfinger. Feeling okay on that. Fever 3, I have no idea who this is. So you're gonna go in there. I apologize. I'm sure you're great. And you can leave me comments on these bands I've never heard. So speaking of which, there's one right here. I don't know who Fire from the Gods is. And the faintest knowledge of who From Ashes to New is, but they're also going to go there too, because I don't know. So back to the ones I do know. Finger 11. Oof. The thing is, they don't really have anything that's... the one with Paralyzer on it isn't great. But somehow the follow-ups are better. Like Grayest of Blue Skies is the best one. That's easy. Tip, second best. Self-title's really good. And then I think it's Them versus You versus Me, or some combination of those words. That one's kind of but I think Paralyzer's catchy. But then it's Life Turns Electric, and then I can't remember the last album's name. But they're both good. It's whatever the one has Gods of Speed on it. I like Finger 11 more than Edema. Honestly, I like Finger... They're going to go in great. And they're going to go right between Dope and Crazy Town. Yeah, that feels pretty good. That feels... Flaw. So many bands on here that, like, one really, really good album. Flaw... they also sucked live when I saw them. Through the Eyes is really good. The demo stuff I've heard is good. Endangered Species is okay. that Homegrown Sessions is one of the worst things I've ever heard. The first proper album after that, though, isn't bad. Like, it's all right. But God, I think they're gonna go in good as well. I'm thinking above Crossfade, but below Disturbed. Yeah, let's put them. That feels. I'm fine with that. Godsmack. They're gonna go in the same grouping. But would I rather listen to? Sorry, nose itchy. Would I rather listen to Disturbed or Godsmack? Vocally, they're about the same to me. Musically, they're pretty much the same too. Like, I know stylistically it's different, but like as far as my enjoyment levels go, I think Disturbed has more to offer. So I think I'm gonna go Disturbed, then Godsmack, then Flaw. Or you know what? God, I wish Flaw didn't have those later albums. Whereas Godsmack still like kept doing their thing, except for that last When Legends Rise. That shit sucks. But everything else I've heard, like, it's at least good. Yeah, I'm doing that. It's not a like if it was just Through the Eyes, Flaw would be ahead of a lot of these bands here. But nah, not with the other stuff. Guano Apes. Guano Apes is a band I need to listen to more. I know a handful of songs, but all those songs are good. But I almost want to. I want to put them in good, but they can't go very high. Maybe I think I'm bottom of good. Like Open Your Eyes is outstanding, and most of the other stuff I've heard is good. The cover of Big in Japan is really good. So yeah, Guano Apes below Crossfade. I feel that's fine. Hollywood Undead. So I think I've heard 7 Hollywood Undead songs, but I only like Undead. Like, that one's catchy, and I wish that I knew more songs like that because that one works. The other stuff I've heard just doesn't do anything for me. And their newer stuff's like really poppy and just not in a way I like. So I think I'm going to put them within Blah, but ahead of Amur. Because I think Amur is at the bottom of that, unless I come across somebody who's way worse. Yeah, that's fine. Now I can see the bottom of the list. There's not that many bands on here. Somebody needs to make an underground version of this. Like this is all like mostly mainstream stuff, with like a few very rare exceptions. All right, Il Nino. I'm debating. They're definitely not Blah. I know that. I'm torn between good and eh, because I'm not the biggest fan, and they do tend to kind of have a bunch of songs that sound the same, but I don't know. Well, I guess they're above Duran Gray for me, but are they better than Guano Apes? Yeah. Yeah, I think above Crossfade, below Flaw. I'm thinking there for El Nino. I saw him at Ozfest in 02? 02 or 03? I think it was 02. It was the first time I'd ever seen a band with 2 drummers. Like, they had the percussionist, obviously. And they were really interesting. It's just that when I listen to an Il Nino album, they're really a slog. It's they have a few songs every now and then that are really good. Like they have some really catchy singles, but and then a few really catchy deep cuts. But God, whole album is rough. Even the first one, Revolution, like it's okay. So yeah, I think good for El Nino's there, like below Flaw, because I would rather listen to Flaw, even if it's just Through the Eyes. I think Through the Eyes is more interesting than all the Il Nino songs that I like combined. So that's the way I'm gonna rate that. Incubus. Another band that I know is gonna go in good. It just depends on where. Because I really like Science. I really like Make Yourself. Morning View I used to dislike a lot, but it's grown on me. I think it's good. And then every now and then they have a song after that I think is interesting, but I couldn't tell you the last full album I listened to. It might be Morning View. I don't know if I've ever made it all the way through like Crow Left of the Murder or Light Grenades. How about I'm tempted to put them. Well, I think I'm gonna put them below Cold and above Clawfinger. Like that seems like it, because there is a lot of nostalgia with the early Cold albums, and so I think I have to take that into consideration. So yeah, I think I'm Cold, Incubus, Clawfinger. There we go. Kid Rock. If it was just Devil Without a Cause, I'd put it in good. But I don't have a problem with Kid Rock. So he's not going in blah. Bottom of Although I guess if it boils down to it, I'd rather listen to Devil Without a Cause than Anthology. But I like Drowning Pool slightly. I'm gonna put him above Alien Ant Farm. Take that, Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, I feel fine with that. King, is that the one with the numbers after it, like King 810 or something? I don't know there. So in there you go. Your common theme. All the newer bands. Korn. Korn goes in excellent. Problem is, like, they would go higher in excellent if it wasn't for their later catalog, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, the first, Korn, Life is Peachy, Follow the Leader, Issues, Untouchables, like, those 5 are great. Take a Look in the Mirror, I wish I had better production. Like, but there's some songs on there that are good. And Untitled is good. See You on the Other Side sucks. And there's like a few sporadic songs after that. I don't think I've listened to a full album since Untitled. Like every time I try, like I kind of stop like 4 or 5 songs into an album. It just doesn't. I lost the interest in their newer stuff, but they still belong in excellent. I don't know where though, because I'm trying to weigh the catalog, and like the back end of it isn't very strong. I think in bottom of excellent right now, like, because I would rather listen to like Issues and Untouchables and Follow the Leader, and like all the first 5, they're strong. But I kind of would rather listen to, in a pinch, Chamber Music or Dark Days, and I guess Rivals can like beat out the rest of their like later stuff. Even like the self-titled Cold Chamber album. Yeah, I'm thinking Deftones, then Cold Chamber, then Korn. Which brings me to 2 other big ones that are probably going up to that top one. Limp Bizkit. Um, so Limp Bizkit's going in excellent. I know that. I kind of want to put him. I kind of want to put him in first. Like, $3 Bill, Significant Other, Chocolate Starfish, Unquestionable Truth, even freaking Results May Vary. I like Results May Vary. Gold Cobra's okay. The last one was okay. I'm thinking of, I'm just gonna go with it. Limp Bizkit to the top. Take that, Deftones fans. Linkin Park. Also up top, because the only albums of theirs that I don't like are the last two. I don't like The Hunting Party, even though that is due a re-listening at this point, because it's been like 10 years, I think. I don't even remember when it came out. But, like, obviously I like Hybrid Theory. Meteor is very good. Midst and Midnight grew on me. And I like Thousand Suns, and I like Living Things. But Hunting Party I didn't like, and I don't like One More Light. But they're good enough. But thinking bottom of excellent. Like, because overall Linkin Park's better than Dope's discography. Like, because Dope kind of, like, they meander sometimes, whereas Linkin Park is good at having lots of strong songs. So Linkin Park goes in the top, but the bottom of excellent. So, or do I put Korn at the bottom? I don't know. I'll mull it over while I look at the other ones. Lost Prophets. So despite all the bullshit, and the fact that the singers, they're not bad. At least I only know Start Something and Fake Sound of Progress, and the songs I know of those are fine. But bottom of like, I think I'm gonna put them below Alien Ant Farm, because they don't, like, despite everything I just said, they don't belong in blah. Like, from a musical standpoint, from a person standpoint, yes, but bottom of I think that's fair. Mudvayne, boy, what a mixed bag their discography is. First two albums are great. Lost and Found is and then the last two are just kind of, they're not bad, but they just meander. They're not particularly interesting from a band who was the definition of interesting nu metal for a little while. Do they belong in good? Or do they go to great? Like, LD50 alone should put him into great, but God, the back catalog. I think, based on End of All Things and LD50 alone, I can put him at the bottom of great. Like, I think that's fair. And you know what? Those two are better than those ones, so they can go above Crazy Town. I'm gonna keep Finger 11 there because Finger 11 is near and dear to my heart, so they stay there. But yeah, I think that's fair for Mudvayne. Like, there's a lot of clout for those first two albums. I'm just kind of lightly browsing through here. Bands I'm not familiar with that can go just immediately out of here. I see two. Okay, so Sick Puppies, I know the name. I don't think I've ever heard their music, so they can go there. Thousand Foot Crutch, I literally only know Rock Fist, and I hate that song. So I'm going to, out of fairness, because I actually own one of their albums now, and I need to listen to it. I got Set It Off. But for right now, I'm putting them in Don't Know, because I can't base them off just that one song. Because I've been told they have other really good stuff. So we'll put that there. I'm trying to... Yeah, everyone else I can at least give an opinion on. Like, there's a couple of bands here who I know, like, 2 or 3 songs from. But, alright. So, next up, Mushroom Head. Oh boy. I think Mushroom Head has the same situation as Mudvayne, where the early stuff is good. Double X and 13 are excellent. Like, 2 of my favorite nu metal albums. And then they fucking nosedive. Because Save Your Star was okay, but everything I've heard after that, I do not like it. They lost me. And they were also really boring live when I saw them. Like, you would think they wouldn't be because of how much, like, atmosphere goes into their music. But, ugh, doesn't work for me. But yeah, so thinking great. 13 and Double X against Gift of Game and Dark Horse. Someone's screaming at me in the comments. I'm gonna put him below Crazy Town. How about that? There you go. Yeah, I think it's fair. Non-point. I was just talking about them the other day. Thinking good for non-point. Because, like, Statement's good, Development's good, Recoil's good. What's the one with Two Pain? That one's alright. But everything I've heard after is just, doesn't do that much for me. I'm just old. Okay, so good. Below Incubus? Above Incubus? I think below Incubus, above Clawfinger is where I want to put him. Oh, I made the rope too big now. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Like, the more I look at this, I need to listen to more Guano Apes. Nothing Face. Nothing Face does not have a single bad album. So, I'm going to put in, like, even though, like, they never got to that level as far as, like notoriety went, fucking Nothing Face needs to be at the top of this list. But Nothing Face versus Linkin Park, Nothing Face versus Korn. God, Skeletons, so good. Violence is good. Pacifier is good. Audio Guide is good. I'm gonna move Nothing Face. Think in there. Right smack dab in the middle. Well, obviously not in the middle, but yeah, I think I'm good with Nothing Face being there. I really wish they had stuck around. OTEP. Alright, so Sevis Tra, excellent. Generation Doom, good. The Ascension, good. Everything else, like House of Secrets is okay. Like, I used to shit on that album a lot, but it's not that bad. But some of their stuff, ugh. Cult 45 sucked. Smash Control Machine's okay. What's the one with as Hydra? That one sucks. And there's another one in there somewhere. Like, I can picture a drawing, like a drawn album cover with a boob. I don't remember what it's freaking called though. It had like a Doors cover on it. It wasn't very good. So OTEP. You're gonna, I'm gonna put him in good. But I think I'm gonna put him in good, above Cold, and below Edema. Yeah, because Sephastra isn't strong enough on its own to pull them up against the other stuff they have, which... Okay, so yeah, Otep there. Papa Roach is kind of in a similar boat, except they were good up until Paramore Sessions. Like, they kind of held it together, and then everything I've heard since I just didn't care for. So I think Papa Roach as well is going to be in good. I'm thinking below Cold, above Incubus. Because Infest is great. Love Hate Tragedy is great. Getting Away with Murder is good. It's a tale of, like, there's some really strong songs on it, and there's some songs I never want to listen to again. And it's kind of the same for the Paramore Sessions, but the songs on there that I really like. But yeah, then after that, like, whatever the 5th album was, Metamorphosis, I think? Like, that was, like, I don't like anything going forward. So, bleh. But the first 4, I need to listen to their indie stuff at some point. But yeah, so Papa Roach right there between Cold and Incubus. I'm fine with that. A Perfect Circle. Mare de Gnomes is great. 13th Step, not so much. There's like 2 songs on it that are good. And then I think they had that. Oh, they had that 3rd album that was really bad. Not the covers one. The something Elephant. Like, that one sucked. I think on the strength of Mare de Gnomes, I have to put them at the bottom of good. I'm gonna put them below Guano Apes. Like, I think I would rather listen to Guano Apes than A Perfect Circle. POD. POD is also gonna go in good, because they were never bad, but they never really blew me away. But their later stuff, I lost interest. And their self-titled album's so boring. But Satellite and the early stuff and Fundamental Elements, those are good albums. So I'm gonna go good on them. I'm thinking above El Nino, but below Flaw. Move. The good is filling up. All right, Power Man 5000. I just defended them. I gotta cut clips for that and put it on my channel so people can watch it. Power Man 5000. They're definitely above good. They're not going in excellent. Because despite how much I like them, like, they lost it at a point. So I think I'm thinking great. Above maybe top of great. Yeah, I think I would do top of great. Like, I think they go a touch above dope. Move. Stupid thing. All right, so yeah, there, because like Tonight the Stars Revolt, excellent. Mega Kung Fu Radio and Anyone for Doomsday, good. Transform, really good. Somewhere on the Other Side of Nowhere, good. It has a few songs on it, but still good. Destroy What You Enjoy is okay. New Wave and oh my god, what is that one called? What's the new one called? I can picture the cover. And it's got Brave New World on it. Noble Rot. Like, those are like, if they were EPs, it'd be great because there's like 5 good songs on each album. But and then Builders of the Future sucks. Bad album. But yeah, those bring the other stuff down. So top of great, I'm fine with that. Because they're not up there with like Linkin Park and Korn. Puddle of Mud. Do I put them in blah? Like, because Drift and Die is good. Blurry's alright. I think I'm going to put him at the top of Blah. Because they're definitely better than Hollywood Undead. But yeah, not really a Puddle of Mud fan. Saliva. Ooh, Saliva. Saliva might go in the same exact grouping. Yeah, I think I would rather listen to Saliva than Puddle of Mud. So I'm going to put Saliva there. Yeah, because they got, like, Your Disease is good. Survival of the Sickest is fine. And then everything else I don't care for. Seether. Seether has one good album. But does Disclaimer have a... No. I put a Perfect Circle up there. God. Do I put... Like, okay, so let me think here. Seether or a Perfect Circle? I would... Fuck. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to put Seether above a Perfect Circle. Right there. So a Perfect Circle will stay at the bottom of good. Like, Seether... Like, as much as I shit on them, I do like Disclaimer. They have a handful of other songs that I think are good. But overall, like, a full album after the first one's not my cup of tea. But okay, Seether's there. Even though another band who I would argue, not really new metal. And A Perfect Circle is not new metal. I don't even know why they're here. Sevendust. I don't like Sevendust enough to put them in great. But they definitely belong in good. And they're definitely better than Nonpoint. But better than Incubus. I guess Papa Roach is there too. Alright, let's do Sevendust in front of Nonpoint. God, that one's filling up way more than all the other ones. Yeah, I'm fine with Sevendust in front of Nonpoint. Shinedown. You go there. Shinedown sucks. But I like Immure less, so. Skillet. I only know a handful of songs, and I really like Monster. I'm also in, like, are they new metal? I thought Pillar was more new metal than they were. Thinking because I don't want to put them in blocks. I, like, at least kind of like the stuff I've heard. Above Lost Prophets. Like, I would rather listen to a full Skillet album than a full Lost Prophets album. But Alien Ant Farm does have a couple of bangers that would beat out Skillet, so we're going to do that. Skindred. It's shit on Skindred time. No, I can't put him in Blah. Because I like Skindred more than Saliva and Puddle of Mud. And they're more interesting than Lost Prophets, I guess. But I think that's as much credit as I'm going to give them. So how about I put Skindred here? Like, Nobody is still a banger. And there's a couple other songs on Babylon that are good. I'm generally unfamiliar with most of their other stuff. I know they covered Electric Avenue. I'm familiar with that one. And then there's like 2 other songs that I've heard, and they're kind of okay. So yeah, there we go. Skindred there, below Skillet, above Lost Prophets. Finally, another good one. Slipknot. Now, if this was... I feel I've said this 20 times already. This was the first 2 Slipknot albums. I might even put it at the top. But we're now counting Volume 3, which is okay. and All Hope Is Gone, which also is okay. But then Gray Chapter, and then what was the name of the other album? We Are Not Your Kind, I think. Like, God, they lost their balls significantly at a point. Um, Fuck. Slipknot. So the first two Slipknot albums are better than the first two Mudvayne albums. So they at least go above them. Overall better than Finger 11? Like, I know, like, it's messing me up because it's like it's two very different styles. Like, they're closer to Dope than they are Finger 11, and like they're not even that close to Dope. I think I'm gonna put Slipknot in the higher part of great, maybe just below Power Man. Yeah, we go there. Yeah, because I like overall those two albums, like, it's more meat on the bone than Dope. But Power Man, stop making noises. Some bee banging against my glass. Yeah, God, Snot. I don't like Snot. I don't hate them. I just don't particularly like them. They're better than Puddle of Mud. Better than Saliva. I guess there's more there than... Yeah, we'll put them at the bottom of like, above Skindred. Skillet? Yeah. I'll put him there. Stop right-clicking. Yeah. I'm not a big Snot fan. Soil has one good album. I think Soil's going to be in Seether Perfect Circle territory. But do I like Soil more than Seether? Like, that's how I'm gonna like basically looking at those albums, because Crossfade's right there too. I think I want to put Soil below Il Nino, but above Crossfade. That's what I'm vibing with, because I do like Scars. I think it's a good album. Get over here. But everything else they like Redefine isn't good, and then all the other stuff I've heard just kind of lacking. I need to listen to the early stuff, Throttle Junkies, and I think there's an EP there somewhere. I remember something with a worm on it. Yeah, okay, so El Nino, Soil, Crossfade. Alright. Soulfly. Soulfly was a band I didn't really like initially when I first started listening to nu metal, but over time they've like climbed significantly. I think they still go in good, because I'm not ready to put them in great. I do see a few bands in here that are going to go at least in great, maybe in excellent. I'm thinking, stop right clicking, it's just a habit. Above Papa Roach, no, I'm gonna put him above. Would I rather Cold or Soulfly? Cold or Soulfly? I think just based on the back end of their stuff, I'm gonna put them above Cold. Like, I think Soulfly has more going for them, and they're a band where like their newer stuff, I know they went like thrashier. Like, I'm unfamiliar with it. Like, I don't think I've heard an album since whatever the one after Prophecy was. Dark Ages? Like, I think that's the last one I've heard. But yeah, Soulfly between OTEP and Cold, I feel fine with that. Spine Shank. Height of Callousness is great. Strictly Diesels, good. Self-destructive Patterns, okay. God. It's one of those bands that, like, we thought, or at least I thought, and, like, a handful of my friends thought were gonna, like, be really big. Because New Disease and Synthetic got played a lot. But they never quite got in there. So they as well, I think, are going to go in good. They might go in the same exact spot, though. So... And, oh god, I forgot about that fourth album. That one sucks. Below Soulfly? Above Cold, below Soulfly? I think that's what I'm going to vibe with. Like, Spineshank right there. There we go. Stained. God, this... good is going to have a third row. So... Stained goes in good. I really like Dysfunction. I really like Break the Cycle. And there's bits and pieces I've heard of stuff after it that are good. There's definitely a few songs I heard on the radio like thousands of times and I never need to hear again. Like, So Far Away, I'm good. Those first two, and then Torment is okay. But those first two hold a lot of weight. They're good albums. I almost want to put them above Spineshank. Yeah. God, I'm putting everybody in the same spot here. Alright, so move. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, we got 6 left. So I see 2 immediately. 3 Days Grace is going in blah. Because I like Home, and that's it. But... there. I feel fine with that. Trapped. I don't hate Trapped. Another situation, not as bad as the Lost Prophets. It's like Guy situation, but still douchey. I think I'm gonna put Trapped above Skindred here. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, because I think I would rather listen to those few Trapped songs that I enjoy than like the Skindred ones. Tantric. Tantric I think is going to go in A as well, but I think Tantric's going to go at the top of A. I think they're going to push During Grey down one spot. No, stop. They're going to push During Grey down one spot. Because I don't have a problem with Tantric, but they never like blow me away. Like I think Breakdown's fine. I think Morning is fine. There's a couple other songs I've heard. And then the one with the violin, which I don't remember the name of. It's on the 3rd album. Like, they're all fine, but they just never, like, blow me away. Alright, so the last 3... Static X. I'm trying to decide if these bands are going to go in great or excellent. They might all end up in great. All right, so Static. Let's do the easiest one of the 3. System of a Down. I love that first System of a Down album. Toxicity is like I shit on it. I've shit on it many times. It's not that bad. There's definitely some songs that are annoying, and I don't like the sound of it. Like there's something in the production that bothers my ears. And then I think I know like 1 or 2 songs after that. Like I think I know the 2 hits afterwards, and I like one of them. I think the other one sucks. But that first one and the fact that Toxicity is alright, like I think that holds enough weight to put them at the. Actually, you know what? I think I'm ready to move them up. Edema can go at the bottom of great, and then System of a Down can go at the top of good. Oh my, actually wait, do I want him below OTEP? Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna keep him below OTEP. OTEP gets that top spot. Because the next two are definitely going in, and I'm trying, I don't want to turn this into 3 rows, that's too many. Especially seeing as nothing else is gonna be more than 1. Yeah, so Static X and Taproot are both at least in great, I know that. Static X, let's put him above Dope, but below Slipknot. Yeah, because Wisconsin Death Trip's really good, Machine's really good, Shadow Zone's really good, Starter War's good, and then the other two are okay. So they kind of have a similar discography, just not in the same order as like Dope. But I guess Static X is a little bit stronger, and they have more albums that I would go to, whereas Dope mostly just has one, and like half of American Apathy and half of No Regrets, and then sporadic other stuff. I've still never heard Blood Money. One day. I say that, but... Alright, but yeah, Static X below Slipknot. Taproot. Where do I put Taproot? So... Gift. Gift is great. Welcome is eh. Blue Sky Research is great. Our Long Road Home and Plead the Fifth are both good. Episodes is crap. Something More Than Nothing is interesting, not something I typically go to, but it's interesting at least. Where? I'm almost thinking okay, I know what to do. Alright, so we're going to make some movements because we are almost at the end here, and we're going to start adjusting everything. So Taproot is going to go above Static X, but I'm going to move you here, and I'm going to move you here. There we go. Alright, so I think, unless I change something on the way down, which I very well might, I'm thinking this is how the chart is going to look. So, alright, so let's take, we got 8 up here. So let's do Limp Bizkit, then Deftones. Yeah, because Limp Bizkit I like more than Deftones. Cold Chamber or Nothing Face. Yeah, Cold Chamber stays there. Cold Chamber over Deftones? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Cold Chamber gets second spot. Limp Bizkit still takes first, but Cold Chamber's second spot. Deftones here. Nothing Face, that's fine. Korn. Korn and Nothing Face. I think I'm going to leave Korn. And I think I'm going to leave Linkin Park. And Power Man. And that's, God, I feel weird about having Slipknot below Power Man. Like, as much as those albums, it just feels weird. There's so much strength to his first 2 Slipknot albums. Nah, I'm gonna stick it out. I'm standing by. I'm sticking to my guns. All right, so top one is done. All right, Taproot. I'm fine with that at the top. Static X, yep. Dope, we already discussed that. Finger 11 and Mudvayne. Yes. Actually, Taproot, Static X, Finger 11, dope. But then does Mudvayne beat dope? Ooh. No. Okay, so dope, Mudvayne, Crazy Town, Mushroom Head, Edema. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. I'm thinking like Mushroom Head and Crazy Town. Because Mushroom Head's definitely up in front of Edema. I get that. God. Yeah, I'm sticking to it. Crazy Town ahead of Mushroom Head. I don't care who gives me shit about it. OTEP. So excellent and greater set. Good. OTEP, yes. System of Down, yes. Soulfly. I'm gonna put Soulfly in front of System of Down. If I can get it to move. There we go. Okay, so OTEP, Soulfly, System of Down, yep. Actually, Stained as well. Yeah, take that, System of Down. So Soulfly, Stained, System of Down, Spine Shank, Cold, Papa Roach, Incubus. Yeah. Actually, Seven Dust in front of Incubus. So Papa Roach, Seven Dust, Incubus, Nonpoint, Clawfinger, Evanescence. There's so many in this thing. Disturbed, Godsmack. I've had enough time to think on it. I'm gonna put Godsmack in front of Disturbed. Flaw 2. Okay, so Evanescence, Godsmack, Flaw. I'm good with those. Disturbed, POD, El Nino, yeah. I think I'll put Crossfade in front of Soil. Get over there. Yeah, Crossfade in front of Soil. Guano Apes, yeah, they're fine there. Seether, Perfect Circle. Yeah, Seether, like overall, I would rather listen to them than a Perfect Circle. There's more there as far as like amount of songs at least. Like, because I only really like Meridinos and then a couple other songs. Okay, so all good. How many is in here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Each of these rows 11? Why is it not designed for 10? Okay, so that's 22 in there. Yeesh. Alright, the Tantric. Yeah. During Gray. Yep. Drowning Pool. I think I'll put Drowning Pool above During Gray. Go Kid Rock. Nah, because I really just like Devil Without a Cause. And, like, American Badass. American Badass is fine. But I've never heard the rest of History of Rock. And all the other things I've heard are, not very good. So, yeah. During Gray, then Kid Rock. It's a weird sentence to say. Alien Ant Farm, Skillet, Snot. Yeah, Trapped, Skindred, Lost Prophets. Yeah, I'm fine with those. Saliva, Puddle of Mud. Is Puddle of Mud better than Saliva? Like, they both have annoying songs. Like, Puddle of Mud has Psycho, and She Hates Me is not very good, and that Control song is not very good. But Saliva also has Click Click Boom, and Superstar, and Always. God, they both kind of suck. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I'm not going to dwell too much on Saliva versus Puddle of Mud. If you want to get mad about it, that's your own business. 3 Days Grace, nah. Home is good, and that's kind of it. One day I should probably listen to the entire album, but until then, Home's good. And then Just Like You is blah, and Everything I Hate About You, I'm good on never hearing that song again. Hollywood Undead, I just like Undead. Shinedown, I don't like Shinedown. And Amir sucks. And then I don't know these 6. Like, I think out of these, I know a single from Ashes to New Song, and I don't remember like what it sounds like or how I felt about it. I don't think Sick Puppies, I feel maybe I've heard before, but it's just nothing's clicking. And 1,000 Foot Crutch, I know Rock Fist, and that song sucks. But I'm not going to base them off of that singular song. Like, I at least know a handful of Amir songs. and they all suck. So that's why they get blocked. But alright, so this is all set now. If you want to do one of these yourself, I will leave the link in the description below. And would somebody please make an underground version of these so that I have more to go on besides just, Korn, Deftones, Coal Chamber, like the big mainstream bands that everyone knows. Do it. But thanks for watching, and see you guys later.